Hello and welcome to Roulette's Freestyle. It's a match today against Mikuler and ChromeX. It's a round 2 game. The winner of this moving on to the semi-final. I'm joined today by In4Fun.
Hey Joker, hi everyone. Nice Polish battle.
Yeah, and here's the battle of the polls today. Firstly, we'll be going to Sigel first. The other maps being Paris, Mendoza, Sapiens, and Dubai. I know we were talking beforehand. This looks like the maps will be the smaller maps. So it's going to be a quick game, especially with Dubai, Paris, Sapiens. You always expect them to be quick. Even Mendoza and Sigel, to some extent, they are on the quick side of the maps we do have in here. So yeah, what is there anything you want to see on Sigel?
It's hard for me because I see the conditions already, but I think we had like a very great streak of not too hard spins, which could be taken from both approaches, and we could see players going for different targets for the same conditions. I'm just mainly hoping for that.
Yeah, and of course they could be very quick maps, but they could be won by Mikuler and Chrome, so we could have like that a long game to the extent though. And here we have the spinner. Silence SMG is the Arc member, and the Katana Eddie as Castle Staff. So obviously there is no live kills, although they both have the possibility to be live kills. Arc member obviously being one of the starting points, which you're going to see Chrome select. The Katana, I'm not too sure on the whereabouts. I don't play Sigel much. If you know where it is off the top of your head.
It would be in the gallery, so if you were to start Arc member, you can't really actually pick it up because it's illegal, but I think you could juggle it out some way or the other. Curious to see what they will do, and the silence SMG is of course from the personal bodyguard of the targets. It won't be an issue. Very easy spin, to be honest.
Yeah, you start Arctic, you can get this Castle Staff very early on, even with Seeker and so you could see them because it's an any kill as well. It doesn't have to be live, so they could knock out Zoe in her guard, get the Skies, go get the Katana, come back up and get the kill early on. And again, the Arc member is not really the hardest of the Skies to get either. So yeah, we talked about quick spins. This could actually be a quick spin. But, we can say that, but it doesn't take much for a player to rip, then continuous rip, and then we'll see a long map.
Yeah, we said it could be quick, for the maps could be quick, but the reason is like, if the spins are good and they finish it first try, then of course it's a quick match. Or we could see some cheeks of restarts, but Mikuler's... we just talked about it. Mikuler is nowadays did spend quite a lot of time looking up the Katana, and ChromeX doing nicely with the Arc member Seeker, so that will be a Zoe isolation, and could even pick up the Katana which he's looking at.
Yeah, she does go that to there, so there is the possibility of being able to just throw that all the way across. I'm sure you can throw it long enough. It just depends. There are a lot of guards there. If they're not looking, you can always quickly pick up and run straight to the bathroom if it needs to be.
Now, of course, Chrome with this reasonably new phenomenon of the guard not coming with Zoe, but I think just one lure would do it. And then he gets the silence SMG and the disguise to get the Katana. Yep, this is still seen by Zoe, but no worries, and no one hears the target lockdown.
That is the first go down very quickly.
Nice
Sophia, of course, being upstairs, she's going to pass off, not trespassing up there, so you cannot do the peek from the top of the stairs. Might have time to get the radio lure off, possibly.
140. He has the disguise to go up these stairs, and if he could dodge the enforcer, which he does, but he's going for the other way around. And wait, it's usually could be under 150, but I think Sophia is just a bit behind. For some reason, it could get this. He'll get this.
Yeah, wow. And of course, he's in the right side to get the Katana, so if he does a successful radio lure off, he should then be able to get this Katana, bring it back. But he gets the wrong. He does it too early, and of course gets the woman outside, and then
too early. Yeah.
So yeah, misses the radio lure opportunity, unfortunately.
So that's quite a setback. I'm curious though how big exactly, because Chrome has well, at least one more Seeker, but I think he has strength as well, so potential 2 extra.
Yeah, and of course, it's not the end of the world. You can usually salvage it. Which I'm going to see Chrome try and do here. Obviously he has one kill down. Edging uses disguise and a weapon. Of course, being any kind. He can maybe possibly go out of his way to get the disguise and stuff. He did distract Zoe's guard, so she will be walking up the stairs, so he might be able to throw a distract her when she comes up the stairs into the Borean showroom, Hyperborean, whatever it's called, showroom.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
And going to isolate her downstairs as well. Welcome, Cornetto. I think there's a bit of sound difference between us, or not sure if that's been fixed already.
My mic is at the lowest it is. The highest it is even. So just probably should start talking a bit louder.
Alright, and try not to get as excited.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll turn you down a slight bit. So yeah, Chrome has got the katana. I guess he's just going to leave it in that room for getting the cast off. Skies coming back down and getting the kill off. I'm probably going to see him knock out first onto Zoe. Onto her guard even, before knocking out Sophia.
Oh, Mikuler is about to make perhaps a critical issue because he has become the event staff, not the castle staff.
He might realise here.
Hopefully this is a wake-up call because he's not allowed up there while the castle staff would be, but no, he's climbing out the pipe. Ironically, he would be luring here a castle staff.
Yeah.
If because he's going to be trespassing the other side as well. This is going to be heard for sure. Yeah, compromised. And Nicholas doesn't know that.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the right disguise.
Definitely does put Chrome in the advantage. He has the katana and Sophia right where he wants them. Now the cast disguises, well, it's a certainly easy disguise to get. It's just a simple throw distraction or peekaboo, as you said with Mikuler. Unfortunately, he got compromised opening the door, so we could see Chrome. Might find it. Enforcers. It's not hard to run into an enforcer on this map. So we should see Chrome potentially getting it. Mikuler hits a curtain trying to Mystic Zoe, so it's going to be just a reset as he did lose an Emetic.
Yeah, speaking of enforcers, yeah, Chrome has quite a bit of a struggle, or I mean time struggle, of course, not really ripping to this one, but he's held back a bit and he's also approaching the event stuff, but just the room now. He's going upstairs and we'll be getting one of the few castle stuff from this floor.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you can just throw distract that castle stuff right there into the room using the briefcase here. I don't know what he said he's going to do.
The fuse box would be the easiest, probably. You can like throw an item, the Hyperborean Aegis pickup room. But with the Calmer, it's going to be very safe for ChromeX and not many enforcers to dodge anymore. Before that second kill, everything is ready in the downstairs bathroom. Chrome's getting really close now.
Mikuler's swapping it out as well. He's going to start in the chapel style, in the suit style, obviously. So I don't know what the plan is here, whether he's going to try and do the NOC lure or the fire pit lure for Zoe or what. So this is interesting from Mikuler what he's doing there.
He's also using the Seeker, which is not used here. I think he meant to use the Calmer there, and might be switching around with the firearms as well.
Yeah.
Probably just
Everything depends on capturing him alive.
probably just switch up, but he would be very like I don't mind his original approach with the double Seeker. As we won't see the MOC now because Chrome is going to finish in half a minute, but curious to see about the in-game times theoretically.
Locked onto Sophia. There's no NTK possibility there. He does manage to knock on and get melee guards, which is right there. So we should see ChromeX at helipad. Obviously not making any noise fighting the constant. So it is just
helicopter, but the place is
an exit that is right there. And that is Chrome taken to get.
That was slightly scary for 1 second, but Chrome does take the first map with an impressive, really first try finish. So this means that Paris is going to be the next one.
Yeah, I mean Paris next. I know you can see the spin yourself because obviously you've been match at me. But is there anything you want to see on Paris? Of course, anything. I don't know. For me, it's like a suit start. Getting rid of that tech start and immediately fireworks lure. So a live kill maybe might shade away from them opportunities, but Oh yeah, is there anything you want to see in particular?
Good question. I think like very few like definitely interesting conditions are there,
Yeah.
which would include probably 1 second. I'm double checking this message. Basically, I'm thinking of conditions, and one would include like drowning as Kruger for
Yeah.
any target. I think that could be interesting. But yeah, and now I sent it, and under 3 minutes, unless someone expecting a break, but no. So 12 past the hour should be 2.5 minutes from now for Paris.
Yeah, no, I certainly think things like allowed kills, like allowed live kills, for example, allowed pistol elimination, as possibly Kruger, or Vampire Magician, or even Suit, which is trespassing in the top floor unless you've gone through with the Iogo invitation. Of course, you have to have first points, I'm pretty sure, to get up there in a non-trespassing area. So, sorry, that could be a more interesting thing to see. There are definitely easier things like a tech crew kill, a security guard or a silent bodyguard. They definitely make there for a nice easy kill. But yeah, live kills certainly make Paris that little bit more interesting, particularly if you have that suit start as well, or a suit condition to make you start suit.
I mean, you just had me find the perfect answer for that. If anyone asks what would I like to see in the next spin, it would always be the loud pistol elimination. But it's just so unique with being loud and live as well.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. So it's been at 12 past hours, just over a minute and a half. We've said what we have seen Paris before in this tournament. We've seen Fanium versus Matty Spice. That's where the infamous floor hack we saw on Fanium's side, and Life versus Linux. I think that contained a Kruger condition, if I remember correctly. It's like Hatchet is Kruger or something, or no, Hatchet is the silent bodyguard. Then like I can't remember what it was for with the Kruger, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember anymore. I think it was easier when we've only been involved in a couple matches, but now it's just messing into one mess. So I need to pay attention to send this at the top of the hour, which is exactly 40 seconds away from now. And then map number 2 gets underway.
Yeah, just paying attention to like Mikuler, his preloading that, he does start attacking a Metic's Dahlia straight away. It's different to what we see. If it's non suit, you probably see the tech crew star, use fireworks and motors. So this is interesting from Mikuler, what he's doing right now, and I do like it. I do love seeing variation, especially in this one, which it is always good for. You will see variation quite a lot in this tournament. So anything to shy away from the tech crew start is always love for me.
And hopefully it doesn't get too involved in this strategy, because now it is 12 past the hour and we have the second spin of the day. It is Any Cleaver as auction staff and Thrown Saber as Helmet Kruger. There are already helmet wishes heard. Other than that, it's just 2 melees, of course.
Yeah, it is throwing kills, so the target can be KO'd. Maybe we could possibly see tech start. Do fireworks, knock out Novel in the bathroom, and get what's her name? Dahlia down to the library area by the stash, and then knock her out. The Saber is in the what's it called? Makeup area, if I remember correctly, behind the glass cabinet. So you will need like a silent bodyguard, for example, if you want to take that up to the target. So it does add something else actually. The Saber thrown, even if it is a thrown kill, the melee would make it harder than what it is, but it's still nice to have that Saber, which is one more harder than the melee.
Is Victor Novikov,
Yeah, it's either the makeup area or
head of San
basically the
Briggs
same
and
as if you
ringleader
go
of
to a
the
museum, which has even less people. Probably you can get a fairly easy security, but I think you would be in the bodyguard disguise anyway, going down there and getting it.
Of course, the Cleaver is in the basement. I think that's the only one from playing bingo. I think Cleaver is the only one in the basement. Of course, by the Palace Star. The auction staff and Helmet Kruger, especially with the fireworks, it's just a simple sedative onto a helmet to KO him and get to Skies fairly easily. Of course, you also have the guy in here where we see Chrome right now. And the room Mikuler also has a simple auction staff to get.
Yes, so I'm not sure if Iker got this. So he did trigger. He did have to trigger the fireworks. He was going for some bullet distraction into throne distraction without the use of the fireworks, perhaps. But now with that, it's also fine. At 41 seconds, he gets Victor, which is important because I think it's about 1.5 minutes for how long Helmut is not seen. Or maybe perhaps a bit longer, because ChromeX, you can see, got a disguise already, and that body will be found eventually, not too long from now, but this is a fairly safe window to get a disguise.
Yeah, I think it's 1.5 minutes after you detonate the fireworks, and yeah, we see him getting found for Chrome. Mikuler, we're gonna do the standard Dahlia isolation, you know, doing a shot distraction to get her guard down, then doing a throw distraction to get her down as well.
And that should be working for Mikuler. His timing is a bit tougher. He did not detonate at the start, so his 1.5 minutes, he started a bit later, but not by much, and now it's 1.5 minutes, so...
Chrome gets a side KO onto Dahlia, and that is heard by the guy upstairs, so I'm guessing he might have an issue with him. He hasn't moved, so I think he should be fine, but yeah, that's just a slight caution. Dragging her to the corner of this room as well, so she doesn't, so Sophie doesn't come into this room and rip find Dahlia's body.
Mikuler is just late because the photo shoot has begun already, or restarted, and the cicadas are roaming. It will be really hard to get now, and will be cycle dependent, but even then, it will require 2 good chunks, and Mikuler just thinks better with and restarts, replans it.
I think the restart there, you're only 1 minute 50, and if you spend longer than that trying to get us disguise anyways, you know, you might as well take that 1 minute 50 restart and just, you know, start again and be more efficient with it. Chrome has both targets down and both disguises where, or on the same floor by the targets. I'm guessing we're going to see him get a bodyguard disguise, so we can leave both these disguises up here. To be able to get the saber, obviously, then the cleaver. It is an illegal item, but you can hide it away.
Yeah. Sophus, the personal assistant for Dahlia, gave ChromeX a scare, but he did stop in the door, so it will be fine for him, and he won't move from there. Dahlia is... Yeah, exactly. It's a close call, but all good for Chrome, and he won't hear anything either, so no matter how it will be thrown. Cleaver is illegal, but ChromeX gets it fine, and saber will be just a bit tougher, and he will need to get a guard disguise for it.
Yeah, guard sizes aren't the highest things to get on this map either, but someone boy gets found. I don't know whose that was, so I didn't quite catch it. I just saw the top.
It looked like Dahlia to me, which is interesting. Then it was Sophus actually started moving, because we did see him stand there, and it's a big one for ChromeX, and unfortunate.
I thought that corner was pretty safe. Put Dahlia there. So yeah, as we see, players both roughly at the same place. You know, Mikuler like just 1 minute ahead in game time, and does have knock down. He's made the first session get Dahlia down. He's a bit slow again, so it doesn't go down the pipe, so that could affect. Well, no, he's going to get his karma, so this might miss. Kruger, and he's going to try and snipe, which would be amazing if we pulled that off.
Yeah, he did miss the Chang shot, and then we'll be missing the timing. Chrome misses the silent kill. Oh, it's really unfortunate. Last couple of seconds for both players. And Mikuler, it will be really hard to get this with one Chang. I think he's late now as well. Oh, wait, it was a Seeker which hit. I apologize. Then it sadly won't get him to the sky. Oh,
he
too soon because he has a snail.
He throws over the edge, so I think it would be hard to get. He does have a snail, however, so we could see him use it for this. And it does give him the silent bodyguard disguise as well, which he could use to get the saber. So
he'll have everyone sedated here, but that one more cicada will see the body, and I think once he is specified, it should be fine for Kruger. I'm really interested to see. I've never seen the Seeker into Snail strategy.
Yeah, we did see the replan as well, so there's obviously a plan from him. So yeah, it's a very good replan, good improvisation from missing Kruger in his last run.
And we'll be heading to Chaos Buddies, which of course Void essay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about where Dahlia will be at the moment. I think he brought her down, but this takes just a bit too long, so I don't think he can get her on the first floor.
See where she is. Not using anything, so we can't move faster quickly inside to where she is. I'm guessing she's going to go. She's going back upstairs. She's not about me. Where he did the first session, so she's obviously gone out and then come back down after investigating the last throw.
Yeah, unfortunately for this spin, he can't get the saber. He can get the saber, but he can't kill Dahlia with the saber as Helmut. It would be a nice backup to just get this item and get a kill with it, but he'll only get the cleaver, which is yeah, we've seen on the other side now where he would be. There's suspicion meter going in. And Chrome getting
the surgeon bark with a syringe, and that's just very unlucky on Chrome's side. Again, it's 140 in, so you know it's not the end of the world. It's not exactly like you have everything down. You just need as disguise. Thankfully, it is early on in the spin, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, like the 140 restart in itself is perfectly fine, but I'm sure with the 4-minute restart earlier, it started to get into his head.
Yeah.
Getting frustrating to play these parries for sure.
Yeah, and unlike bingo, like you can see where your opponent is at, you can always guess where they are on the map. Whereas when you're back to roulette, like we have here, you don't know, quite frankly, where your opponent is. Just add it. Mikuler a bit on buffer, and I might just quickly try and correct that. Yeah, he's back to normal, so it should be fine. We'll just have a bit of delay on Mikuler then, and then Chrome buffers a bit. So yeah, it should be equal for me at least. I'll refresh them after that.
Yeah, imagine it's something consistent between our Polish players, but it's all good here. Mikuler is getting this first victor kill. I think it's the actual first victor kill of the match.
Yeah, Chrome didn't get. He was going to Victor, but I'm guessing that's who he was going to do. He was long, but unfortunately, we think it was so coming through the barrier and saw Dahlia's body and ripped him.
Rome wanted another try with Helmut. He doesn't bump Helmut. That would be the consistent way to get this animation to end. And really unfortunate.
Yeah, he's got it again by the looks.
Yeah.
I remember I found this a lot when I was trying to like grab his chief surgeon, for example. Roulette spins from using that, and yeah, if they keep just repeating this, he does. So you just have him a quick bump beforehand, it should be fine. It's a thing that if you don't know that you have to bump, it's just something that you don't know how to fix, you know. And if you've never run into it before, you won't know that. So yeah, it's very hard on his end.
Yeah, can't blame anyone for not knowing, because either you know it or you don't. And, like, he will be told after the match and he'll remember it forever. But very unfortunate to get this in a match or get stuck on this because of that. And now 6.5 minutes into his run, Mikuler will get the second item, and with the briefcase as well, it will be hidden very nicely. Dahlia is still running, but I think he's just going to wait until he can get her in her suit.
Shoes open, which will destroy. Which will panic with the tech crew, but you know he just waits for him to turn around before putting the saber into the briefcase. Yes, everything sort of Mikuler just needs to get Dahlia in an appropriate position to get the kill off onto her. And of course, being in the crew disguise, you can basically go anywhere on the map. I don't think. Maybe the attic, possibly. I don't think anywhere is actually trespassing this crew. So yeah, it should be fine to just go anywhere to get Dahlia, really.
Yeah, I think that's the exception. And besides the attic, Helmut and the Sheik have no enforcers either, so it's very fine for him. And depending on where Dahlia is, might just take a minute or 3, but it's not a hard or not a lot to go for him anymore.
Yeah, no, we can see Chrome, what, 1 minute 20 in. Mikuler can take his time in here, obviously, would be the more sensible thing, but when you don't know, quite frankly, about your opponent, you can just panic a little bit. Chrome, like, did he get the thing again?
Yeah, he did.
Oh. No, yeah, we're going to see him pull a trank, so I don't know if we're going to see him then trank Helmet now just to get rid of that. What we're seeing from his syringe onto Kruger.
Yeah, I think it's only the syringe which can make this loop, so at least that with the item change it will be consistent, and Mikuler will just pay the end of this one. It's changing into Cicada now, and we will be stalking Dahlia perhaps, I'm not sure. It's generally not a good idea to stalk anyone because it just makes the proxy conversations longer, but actually there's nothing really to go wrong here, and he's going
I'm going to try to seek her, it looks like, but yeah, she walks away just too late, so I'm guessing he's just going to wait for her to come into her office, or what's the room called? Can't remember exactly.
Voltaire Suite.
Voltaire Suite, that's it. I'm just going to wait for her to go into there, or just see her here. Door shuts, he got it off though, so yeah, the door shut, but yeah, he got it off, so she will be walking right into the bathroom where he just put the saber, throw the saber right into the back of her head while she's puking, hide her body, of course being in the crew as far as you can, she goes straight to the helipad exit.
Yeah, and this is not a situation where Sophus ever trolls or checks out the bathroom. I'm not sure if he will KO him as well, but there's really nothing else to do here after the second kill. Basically just exit, won't even find a enforcer there next to the helicopter.
Yeah, he gets the kill off and hides their body. Chrome, he's saying again, this is at the start of the game, we can see quick mounts. As soon as you rip once, we could see everything fall apart, and that's what's happening with Chrome. So Chrome almost, he syringed Kruger and didn't work, and then so it could be a bit of panic, or just started settling in, and that's what caused him to keep ripping. It's unfortunate, but that's what does happen in these tournaments, which I have found out being news to them.
And after the early restarts, Mikuler just took a slower approach, and with a 10-minute-ish in-game time finish, that's the second map.
Yes, we've tied the game 1-1 after St. Paris. Our next map will be Mendoza, I think.
That is true. In just over 3 minutes, if this is correct.
We saw that. We've seen Mendoza quite a bit. We've seen it 5 times. Mikuler has won Mendoza. I can't quite remember what the conditions were in his game between us. I think I actually went before. Oh yeah, it was in the game I was half casted and then left. We did see Fanium and Pidgey play it yesterday. We had a loud pistol kill, which they respectively did on each target, so we saw different approaches from them. Hopefully we'll see that again. We didn't see much of that today. Mikuler on Sigel, we did see quite a different approach. But on Paris, it's quite a linear map, so we didn't really see anything different from either players. Hoping Mendoza, a suit condition might spice things up, because we have seen the waiter start, I'm pretty sure, every single time, and that early isolation onto tomorrow, so 2 live kills to say spice things up here, especially in a suit.
Yeah, and I was just thinking about it, and usually I would say that the suit is a nice switch up in terms of strategies. There is still the temptation to go for the free wetsuit, but I'm assuming if they were getting a saddle chef, then I think that would decide the starting location.
Yeah, the solo chef and suit might be nice here, but yeah, we've seen Mikuler set for the way it starts, which I'm guessing we'll see Chrome swap to soon. If not, a parking lot start could be interesting. Just check, what time is it coming up the spin?
Going to be 30 past the hour, so a
30
minute and
past,
20
just
seconds
under.
to go.
Yeah, just over 1 minute to go. So yeah, we've seen it 5 times. Mikuler has taken it in his map versus Lewis. I don't know how well these people like Mendoza. I know it's a map like you either love it or you hate it. I don't think there's really any in between with Mendoza. Especially how messed up it can be, especially like the Winder for Tamara. If you go near the vineyard, she'll just go straight down there. So an early Tamara isolation, is always the best, just to stop her from going places you don't want her to go, or out with her cycle.
Yeah, it's love it or hate it is a very good description of this map, and I think especially the starting schemes or starting strategies. I guess the first 2 minutes is if it usually ends up being the same. But I mean, ChromeX is a really big fan of Mendoza, so I wonder if in a tournament situation he would try out his quicker strategies as well. Especially in this freestyle format, there's a potential for that. In 5 seconds, we will see the third spin, which I think will be your turn to say it out loud. It is now send spin on my end,
Yep. So we
spinning
have
on ours.
Hatchet Throne as head of security and Loud SMG as the Gaucho. So you do have a Loud kill. Most of the time they are usually isolate Tamara's off Lavender bed from straight up the stairs, and we should see a snipe from the what's it called? Rid the roof. Gaucho against not really much of a hardest guy to get. Head of security. Again, I've only been playing Bingo, and that wasn't on tile in Bingo, so I don't really know much on how to get at that. Of course, being a Hatchet Throne kill, she doesn't have to be. The tile does not have to be live for that they can be KO'd.
Yeah, not many melee kills. Yeah, live was the right word. Not many of those in this match so far, but I think the Loud will be a nice change up. Of course, in the flower bed, it's dangerous. Could be a Seeker strat for Tamara and the kill there.
Yeah.
But starting Gaucho, it means that Don is the more likely candidate for that, as ChromeX is already in for me and Mikuler is loading.
Yeah, and 3 of the 4 hatches are in this area as well. Of course, one being in the boat hut and 2 just randomly dotted around the 2 dotted in these fields. As you can see, Chrome uses instinct to find this one here. Both of Gacho starts, so it's something different we haven't seen yet in this tournament. And in Mendoza match in general, you usually see that way to start unless it's an Asado spin or potentially a Sue spin.
Yeah, I think it ties very nicely with the second kill.
I don't know.
If we imagine this first kill done in 2 minutes or so, then Seeker for Tamara from the reception, and from that same angle you can also make the head of security sick, and I could imagine that they will be going for all those KOs in their stalls, and it would be 4 NPCs in there, so interested about seeing how it will be handled. That's a strong distraction for ChromeX. I'm not sure what not sure even who reacts to that.
Whatever. Please help! Just listen. I am making a move. Hey, what?
There are enough boxes to hide both these bodies, so Chrome should be fine even with that slight improvisation you have to pull off there with one of Don's mercenaries.
I always wonder about this one. I think it's even the best case scenario for Chrome to have the closest mercenary check out the noise by himself, because otherwise he would be either luring one or waiting for one downstairs to react. So technically Chrome was the quickest here. There are 3 bodies around and 1 Loud kill to make, so the other one should be hidden in the box, not closet. ChromeX is debating which place to hide which body. synchronized jagging, as Mikuler does the same with another NPC.
Yeah, but they don't kill down fairly quickly. I'm guessing we both saw them bring Seekers, if I remember correctly. So we should see a message strat onto tomorrow for that hatchet throwing kill, as the head of security. So Newfound picking up a hatchet, so they're either going to have to go back into the lavender fields, or
ChromeX did have a hatchet around, and yeah, it's a very specific place he placed it, but he has it now. And
so, yeah.
the only difference is that usually you have until 2:55 to shoot the Seeker from above for the reception for tomorrow, which won't be the case now, and she will be walking up those stairs near the dancing area. So I'm curious about the secondary Seeker options. I want to say I've seen a pneumatic device from ChromeX, which would be a really great relief for him.
I mean, we got trolled by the pneumatic device yesterday with Pidgey randomly throwing it. We thought it was some big brain thing. I think he was doing, but no, he's just throwing it to get rid of it. Yeah, he does have the remote device, and he is the most of this guy, so we can just place it down, and he should be fine with that.
Potential for Mikuler to do the same, and I haven't seen his inventory, and hopefully we'll see the pneumatic device once he stops it. For me, he stopped at the exact same time when I said that, so we have confirmation that he will do the same. As ChromeX shooting the Seeker for head of security, I could never tell if he hit it or not, but these players are so much better at shooting. As Mikuler gets caught shooting the Seeker, he didn't go for the pneumatic device.
Yeah, and with these guards, the eyes is usually, if you have something that is an illegal weapon, you can see if you go spot because you have a bit of whoosh from, of course, the people as it is an illegal item. So it should be fine. Chrome's just going to clear out this bathroom area, so we can get the kill on to Tamara. I don't know where the head of security goes in all this, though, so I'm guessing in one of these stalls here.
We'll be going to one of the unoccupied ones, so it will be sort of difficult, but let's place a snail and settle everything, of course. And now with the door and one KO'd body, this could be difficult with the bodyguard, but now it's all speed, doors are closed and everyone will be KO'd here. Mirror not trolling anyone. ChromeX has everything for the second kill.
Yeah, I think it was right there for him. So yeah, it's going to be pretty hard to rip here, I think. So we should see Chrome be exited in anytime soon. Has the right disguise, and there are two disguises there, so we could have possibly seen maybe the wrong disguise done. Tomorrow, so there, Pukin does do a throwing kill as well, so he is fine on that regard. Yeah, that just depends where he's going to exit here now.
And despite everything, Diana did teleport, so it's an easy confirmation of easy exit, and the confirmation is going to happen after he exits from the dance floor.
Yeah, Mikuler at 1 away. I don't think there's any way he can pull this back. So yeah, should be Chrome retaking the lead, going into Sapienza as our Sapienza as our next map.
Edwards finds you, 47. He is untraceable,
and
he never lets you forget it. He is cocky.
I think ever
and
since
that will be his
the
downfall.
infamous RR body found you in Tango sequence, I think it's just best to wait this extra 45 seconds out. I don't think anything did happen here with these kills, but there's the 5-star and the second ChromeX point.
Yeah, moving on to Sapienza next. It's another map I thought would always be quick. I found out differently in my game. I had like an 11. For me, it's like an 11-minute in-game time spin, or something like that, which is fun. It's like old axe melee as the Plague Doctor and the way to kill. So you went all the way around the map, which Sapienza. I said it was always be sub 4. If everything's inside the mansion and they're both non-live kills, even though they're a live kill, you can always put it off on Silvio because you can always have that observatory ready. And you can always, if you want to, use an EMP on that box to set it off whenever you want, really. Which is something I found out yesterday, which I enjoy talking about now.
Yeah, it's a very nice find.
Yeah, I think it's Agent Snell. I think showed it off. Yeah, you just put it by the next to the box, and once you detonate it, it makes the light turn red and makes Silvio go there. So it's a nice little lure, which hopefully we might see it come up soon. For example, if you are going to to get the old axe, for example, you can do it on the way back to so he's right there as soon as you get there. Especially if you need a melee kill onto him, which does definitely spice up Sapiens a little bit. And getting like a weight disguise and a breach disguise going all the way around the map does make this map slightly longer, and it's certain things that we do like seeing longer maps, especially on the so-called short maps we have in this tournament.
Yeah, and I think that's the main way to get a long map. It's the old X type of situation. If you get a melee item which is so far away from the mansion, along with the battle axe, I think it's a nice good challenge. And I'm fairly sure that old X and battle axe were banned for a long time. It were like unbanned last year for some reason. It's just fun to know that now they are in the pool and can make Sapienza very interesting. But another thing that can make it interesting, I guess, is the disguise, and especially Oscar Lafayette, which we see Mikuler's trying his method.
So yeah,
Throwing
does.
the briefcase.
Yeah, I think it does take this map. We'll be into Dubai next. We have had more generically quicker maps today. It's different to have like 3 of the big 5 maps played. It's been coming up in just under 45 seconds. So yeah, we'll talk about what we want to see. Obviously, the Rarus is more of a simplistic thing to get. You use the EMP, you can shoot from the cliff, you can shoot the stalactite. There are lots of things you can do in terms of getting it. It doesn't really add much. Most of the time you exit the plane anyways, because it is like the closest thing after killing Silvio. So that doesn't add much difficulty there, I reckon. So yeah.
Yeah, if we were to have a spin somehow which doesn't allow you to have a EMP, then it gets interesting. But either an EMP or a tactical sniper is just such an easy part of the loadout otherwise.
And even if you need, like, for example, to bring in an AR into the map, you can always just use that to shoot stat tie. And if you want to take the spin we have here,
Yes, it's now Chrome's first match point, and it is any fire axe as Roberto Vargas and any hatchet as a street performer.
from first impressions it looks good. Obviously 2 of the axes, hatches isn't really an axe, but yeah. In a street performer of Roberto Vargas, of course it being any, we will probably see target isolations and the disguises. A street performer, it's a bit out of the way and can be a bit of a pain to get, but it should be a simple emetic onto him to get him to throw up and just knock him out where he throws up.
It's a nice connection between disguises. For me, it's the 2 that I primarily Seeker. Of course, Roberto can be done with other methods. After you shoot the camera, you can just check those 2. But early Seeker gets him all the way to either the cliff where the chef works, or to Francesca's bathroom, like the office bathroom. And then, of course, the street performer is someone that you should always, almost always, Seeker at least, fairly sure. Chrome starts with a Chankit, and it's just, sorry for laughing, it's just it's so typically sad that it happens so often in Sapienza.
Does miss the first trank onto the guard. I know Sapienza guards to have a bad habit of just eating tranks, which we saw there. So it's going to be a reset just to save it. It's going to restart twice. I don't know what that one was for.
That was like 1 second reset.
Yeah. Of course, hatchet being right next to the garden start.
I think Chrome is going to now grind out the RNG for this one, which I've never figured out, because the golf instructor has 2 different cycles. Once he joins Silvio for the class, and other times he goes back to have the phone call. And in my opinion, or in my experience, once he turns towards Silvio, then you have to at least go to the main menu, if not reboot the game, to have the different RNG. Maybe others can correct me on that.
Yeah, no, I know, I'm going to take your word for it. Yeah.
Hopefully he can prove us wrong with a 9th try.
that 10%
Good
chance
RNG.
that he does just work. Mikuler on the other end gets the street performer into this room here and knocks him out. I think he should draw the age of drive the body up. I know he can. Yeah. Get spotted. He should go for a long range triangle
That
to him,
is
but he
Silvio
gets spotted by a
Caruso.
guard. And,
Command, we taking a
that should be
casualty.
another reset. Yeah.
Probably just getting these guys out of frustration, because if he wants to keep the Chang, he needs the other RNG, and I'm not sure how that would happen, because now he once again turns around and will be the tendency.
Yes, certainly a hard one to deal with. Yeah, but we've seen two different complete strats from both players. You know, we've seen Mikuler starting on the harbour. I think we saw him start and get it that way. I don't think he can make Franny first cycle.
Doesn't seem like it.
No. So we should probably see a KO onto Silvio and then get all the required things. The Fire Axe and Hatchet are pretty close to the things. You know, Fire Axe is just down the stairs by the cave entrances. I think that's the closest one to Silvio, and Hatchet's in that like little shed with the two guns in it. So yeah, so he does have that time to get everything ready while waiting for Franny's second cycle.
Yeah, I think other than the Fire Axe, all of these conditions are things that you don't mind getting later on, like after you get the isolations, because the hatchet in the shed, you would want to get a guard disguise, and then the two disguises are something that you can done at any point. So Mikuler at 3 minutes is looking to get the isolation with the tranks. He's taking his time, so I'm not sure if... Of course, it wasn't the observatory lure, so
Yeah.
Silvio has forever to turn around.
Gets everyone down. He does have guard disguise out here as well. But if he goes out them double doors, though, he does have to be slightly careful because there is an enforcer outside of there. Chrome's still trying with this Gardener's try, I think. I don't know if he's trying to improv something into it. It looks like he is, but I don't think anything will work here.
I think it was a replan which I didn't see, but now with the Seeker, it will be a much easier situation because he's going to wait in this door, or well, below or beyond. He will get him here and hide him, and can do anything for that first kill, assuming getting the Fire Axe and then waiting a minute or so for Francesca.
Yeah, and it does give him that more time to, again it gives him time to knock out the Bro Vargas, then go up and KO Franny, and then it probably does give him time as well. He does have this guy, so he can go straight and get that Silvio kill with the Fire Axe being so close. Now only require him to get the Street Performer. He can swap with both one of the guards from the ice station onto Silvio and use that to go get the hatchet.
Oh, he's rushing things, but also getting frustrated over the camera grid. I think he was going to get something else, but decided to not do that and just get the Fire Axe and be walking up to Francesca floor. Was it another missed dart? But at this point I can't even tell. Of course the outlines are identical, so it can be Seeker, can be Trang. It's not the Tauntaun for Mikuler, but he did miss, or he did shoot something at Vargas.
Yeah, I think there's a Seeker at Vargas, so he should have that disguise coming soon. Franny is in our office as well. In the meantime, he has got the hatchet kill as the Street Performer. I'm pretty sure that's why Silvio Stadium is trying to get Roberto Vargas.
Exactly.
He's going to move these bodies obviously to someone being found, but is he going to miss Franny again? Possibly. Is he going to do a dodge? I don't know, because I saw her go in her office. I know she's in there for what, minute and a half, so he should possibly be fine if Roberto's quick enough, but we could maybe see possibly a Franny third cycle, which would be the second time we've seen that. The first one coming from me. It's pretty a similar spin with a Fire Axe and Old Axe. One of them was a live kill, unfortunately, which did possibly add a bit of time. Chrome
is
locks down Franny as well.
Yeah, he had the Fire Axe equipped, of course, and then it being an illegal item and a season of bodyguard always ends up in the down. Yeah.
Mikuler has not brung the Fire Axe with him. He's just going to knock out Franny and you have a gun here, then go back down and get the fire axe. By the seems of it, of course, being any you can just knock her out, and then get her later.
Here was the guard, which is resulting in a tiny bit of extra chance of the other guard coming in and starting to work more randomly and eventually finding Francesca. I think that's the main reason while Francescas are found late in runs. I've seen some confusion about it, but couldn't tell it for sure. One thing else I wanted to mention is you have Vargas, you also have the Vargas phone for a isolation on Francesca, so we could have seen that, but we won't in this spin. That would have been very funny.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen that yet, and there's so them on the things that certainly if you have a bow right, you need a friendly kill. It's something you might see actually. ChromeX spotted trespassing, so that's him restarting again. Hasn't been able to get going on Sapienza, unfortunately. You know, he had Roberto Vargas do what he wanted him to do first. You know, but Mr. Chang had to restart, and obviously, as you mentioned, he won't do that again afterwards.
Yeah, so he needs to get that seeker, and then I mean it's a frustrating strategy because it was a lot of waiting, but at least it's a very safe first kill with the fire axe. And then with this match time, I could even see an EMP setup in the meantime if you fancy that, but doesn't save as much time, and Mikuler is.
You know, I tried an EMP stuff and just absolutely forgot how the lab technician there will disarm it. Oh no, the guard will disarm it as I found out. But thankfully I went down to the caves, so I'll just drop a searchlight on it. But yeah, Mikuler, the guard in there spotted a gun and obviously spent more time in there. And he did leave his Roberto disguise in there, so that's why I'm guessing he was waiting for him to go away so he could get the sky, so he could get the right kill on the Francesca. The fire axe been up there as well, so as he just brought it up, so that should be the friendly kill on for Mikuler. Should need to try and hide the body, but I don't know where he is. I think you're safe to leave it out here after you kill her, I'm pretty sure, so you should hide it for good measure. You never know, you never know with it, man.
Yeah, I so not sure about this one. Like, of course, better safe than sorry. But I mean, once that second guard saw the gun, I think that's a good indication that he really wanted to work randomly. And if that's the case, he might just go to that other spot.
Yeah.
I guess we won't know now, but everyone is hidden on Mikuler's side. Okay, technically, he could see the bodies in Silver's observatory, but I don't think he ever goes there.
Mikuler should be safe here, you know. This only takes, 20-30 seconds to do the EMP in the easy drop down on the cliff, so we should see Mikuler escape soon as he gets spotted by the lab secure up here. I can't really see him ripping anywhere else, really. Especially with the EMP being such an easy way to get the virus.
Look for some type of quarantine unit.
Yep, we're looking good, and once detonating the EMP, it should be everything done, and we're just waiting for that 5-star rating.
All objectives complete. That
He's
is
out,
Francesca
and
Descent.
we are going for a decider in all likelihood.
On the buy as well, which Mikuler has lost on this one already. From what I remember, it was on the more simple side, but did cause a bit of issues. It was something like explosion accident as the event security, and you know Mikuler doing that kill on Marcus. After he left Carl's dead body on where he starts, you know, on that little balcony area, and after he did the explosion accident kill on Marcus, the guards looking over the balcony by the security room managed to turn around and slightly just see Carl's body, and that's what ripped him. It's what we found out afterwards. So to buy is simple. It was definitely one of the more quicker maps, especially being able to isolate both targets within 50 seconds. I always seem to mention you being able to get every single disguise in 3.5 minutes, which shows how pretty simple the disguises can be to get. So it's definitely on the quicker end, but there are some things that can go wrong with this map and could potentially be the map that one rip could cost you the entire game now, especially it being a decider.
Yeah, nerves must be so high with the final map in action, and this is a good reminder for me to tick in that this map is a decider, parentheses, no time limit menu, because this will not have a time limit. Not that it really matters, but we can't afford a tie here. I mean, the only way we would get anything sort of that is if we had a too close to call photo finish, but in that case we just play Dubai again. Anyway, final map, and it's a very exciting one, and back and forth, Chrome taking the lead twice. Will he be able to take it for the third time? The last question of this match.
Well, funny enough, we saw in Mikuler's previous game, we saw the exact same pattern with him winning the map, losing the map, winning the map, losing the map, winning the decider. So far we've had Chrome win, then lose, then win, then lose. So if the story continues, we could see Chrome potentially take this. But, you know, despite being so quick, if Chrome is once Mikuler could just swipe it from under his nose and take the win and the map.
Yeah, on one hand, the leading twice is a good sign for Chrome, because why not could he lead for the third time? And on the other, Mikuler has the map 5 win from, of course, 3 days ago. So it should also be like a good reminder or a motivation boost or whatever matters in these last moments.
And they've both managed to pull through 2 maps together as well, you know, so they've been inseparable really, you know. They've managed to capitalise on each other's mistakes and take the maps which the opponents have slipped up on. Pretty ironic as we see Gart slip over Banana. Perfectly timed pun there from me.
Amazing.
Yeah, that guard is just there to, you know, make the Kyle isolation slightly more easier. Preferably I go the other way around to go up through the art and knock out all the people up there. But yeah, again, you know, I mean, this could be the slight difference with what we see on this map, really. That is the one
Moments before disaster for Mikuler.
Yeah.
how do you not respond in this situation? Sadly, you do, but I guess it's a good reminder for him too. Not sure anything to be like 3 seconds faster and then kill this guard before he turns away. Yeah, I guess the camera works for. You can see his grumpy old face.
Yeah, taking a picture. So yeah, should see the spin come very soon. Yeah, just under 10 seconds. Do you want to take it this time? Do you want to take the decider map spin?
Yeah, sure, I can appreciate it. And now it's 56 pounds the hour, and we have famous chef with the loud pistol, and art crew with the Ornate scimitar as melee. So it's a live one.
I like it. I like that indeed. Of course, you can smuggle in the ornate, but you know we could potentially. It's melee kill as well, actually, so they will be live. So you can actually see a suit start, so you can bring it with you. You can see a quick arc route grab, possibly, but I think I'm asking for too much there. Of course, loud pistol as well. You know, you can get that for free in the event security room. Famous chef again isn't that too hard to grab either. So the disguises aren't really an issue. Possibly the kill conditions are definitely on the harder end of what we can see.
I wonder. Of course, Dubai has some easy targets, and it could be the way to start with Ingram with the isolation, and then just leave him be, and then get the Ornate scimitar from the edges to pick up like Chrome does. Is starting art crew. So I'm curious how will he approach it. Not 100% sure if you have the time for all this, but I mean, he will make a run for it with all the chaos. He's not using it on Ingram.
Unless he's just going to use his time to grab it and get it onto Marcus as he's walking around by the lift. So yeah, this is a nice approach from Chrome here. He's obviously going for the speed, you know. Mikuler he's still in his planning phase, so Chrome doesn't have that edge there.
And Chrome, yeah, almost. It's not almost, but watches for that guard, for that cycle, and also for the camera, which is going to spot him with trespassing, and he has perfect timing for this. And this is a big moment if he can get this one.
This would be amazing if he can get this. Guess the Trank off. Guess the other Trank off. Guess the orange scimitar.
Right there.
And
Marcus Stakes.
and of course we didn't see the green guns coming back because Ingram ruined it for us, but I think this is just a very nicely done first kill and everything went well for him.
And of course you can just go into the security room right opposite him to get the loud pistol. All he's really going to need is a famous chef, really.
Let's move on
he
to
can
Carl
always
Ingram.
drag. I'm
Probably
guessing we
not
will see him
done.
dragging Ingram's body into that little main room to get the soundproof kill of everyone knocked out up there. So there's not really much left for Chrome really. He has a blitz through this, has an
Yeah.
SMG on him, so he should be able to just bust open the door if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he does, but also takes care of this maintenance lady for good measure, just in case. I think that gun might be heard downstairs because there's just not too many closed doors, or not any closed doors now apart. So it is now the run for the famous chef. And well, in Dubai, how quick do you want to take it? I assume that you want to go safe, but
Yeah.
if the pressure is high, you want to get that kill quickly. And I wonder if Chrome will do the right decision, no matter the speed.
I mean, yeah, of course, you just have to be careful here to knock out the. Well, no, it's just going to snail them actually. Of course, if you didn't bring that, you could have just used the ice machine in that room with the. Now, Slav just has to be careful. Does he get the guard as well? Yeah, he gets the guard as well.
It's the
so
guard
should-
as well, and as long as
should be
he
fine.
doesn't uncrouch, then of course he doesn't get spotted, and now he has everything. But how do you do this loud kill?
Just shoot him like that. And the safest option here, and I feel like the only option here really is to knock out the guy in the maintenance room and drag Ingram into this area around here, into this room. And yeah, I'm going to see a knockout as well, so that's what I'm guessing we should see. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it. Better safe than sorry. No funny angles or anything for that. There is some searching, but it's from the snail above, and I don't think anyone should look back down here. We don't really know wall hacks like that. Mikuler also getting the famous chef. He doesn't have any kill down, but as long as he has Ingram up, as long as he has someone up, of course, if
Yeah.
not exactly sure.
I think we seal him knockout Carl.
We got
So
him,
it's Ingram this
47.
one's up. Chrome gets the
Soon
kill
there
over,
will
gets
be
green
no
guns
more
back, so he was
problems.
fine with that kill
We need
earlier.
to find an
and
exit.
we just
Our
see
business
him
is done here, but
run
it's
to
far from
the,
over.
this lift exit instead of going down and getting that one. So this should be Chrome taking Dubai and taking the match. 3-2.
And absolutely no chance to end this in 30 seconds for Mikuler. So ChromeX gets the last win, and the final score is 3-2 ChromeX.
He saved the best till last, Chrome there, wow. Mikuler couldn't really done much more there, he just took a bit of time to load in and bam, Chrome's already in, had his plan, got the all-night kill very quickly, and yeah, it's just an amazing Dubai. And we did see that pattern with Chrome going to win, which is seen in both of Mikuler's game, which is a nice touch. But unfortunately, that is him gone from the tournament.
Yeah, but going out with style, playing 10 maps over 2 matches and taking it to decide twice before ChromeX taking it all. Yeah, it's all of this is on my end now. So it is a confirmed 3-2 win for ChromeX, and he will be going to the semi-finals.
Yeah, and if we pull out the brackets here, we can see he will play the winner of. He'll play the winner of Chris X3 or some Speedster or some random person, which is taking place in just under 2 hours here. I think Chris himself will be taking that, so he'll get a bit of insight onto his opponents while he is casting that game. So yeah, of course, if you go to our upcoming matches as well, only the one scheduled so far, and one scheduled so far, and that is Speedster versus some random person taking place in just under 2 hours, as I just said. So yeah, any other thoughts on that game? In4Fun?
No, it was a great one, and I'm really glad it went to 5 maps. I'm really glad it didn't go to 2 hours, and lots of brilliant plays we've seen in those time.
Yeah, especially we saw that very good Dubai from Chrome, and just that constant back and forth of who had the best map throughout the entire game really made it entertaining. In the space of an hour, we've had 5 fantastic maps, which no one can complain about.
Yeah, no struggle fests at all. Both players played very well, and ChromeX just a tiny bit better today, taking the match.
It was at Dubai, I think if Mikuler could have worked out quicker, and if Chrome ripped once, Mikuler can take Dubai, which just shows how quickly these games can change. So yeah, I don't think there's any much more to say really. Well played both players. Of course, we have the final round 1 match between Speedster and Random taking place in just under 2 hours. Chris will be casting that. Hopefully, I'll take some more games soon. I'll see everyone soon. Bye bye.
See ya.